Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of the Coming of the Horde custom map replay. I'm Synegg. Sorry, last part was cut off so abruptly, but we're straight back into the action, and this is the island nation of COTH, under siege by Terran, the Death Knight, leading his Horde forces, and they're streaming into the COTH gates. The riflemen here are retreating, and Mishan, captain of COTH, leading his forces back into the throne area, and Archimonde, now level 13, getting quite strong. He's just teleported in, and they're helping out, and Mishan just fell, impaled by the spikes of Archimonde, and there's a last-ditch desperate attempt from Uther to teleport in with some Silverhand Knights and stall. Second teleport coming in, this time a number of catapults led by Lord Adren Lothar, the Azeroth hero, and they are trying to stave off the slaughter by the Horde, as they've recently just lost Khazmodan. They've lost the Iron City of the Dwarves, completely crushed from a combined assault from the north and the south. And there's a fierce battle raging on, but more Alliance heroes teleporting in, and Archimonde is forced back on a slither of health. Meanwhile, jumping over to the northern front, there's still a very large army prepared a sort of death zone for these poor greenskins charging in through the gates of Stromgarde, with ranks upon ranks of brave Stromgarde footmen, with crossbows, towers, catapults bombarding them from the ramparts. And now they're being reinforced by ogres, and Dentag himself has managed to enter the fray. It looks like he might be gearing up for a big ultimate soon, or maybe not, as he's quickly losing his health, getting shot down by all these crossbows, and that was him just unleashing one of his nukes, this hellish skull projectile that hurt some of the Alliance defenders. And Gen, the king of Gilneas, he's stationed here, he's guarding the Great Gate of Stromgarde, and he's taking head-on Dentag in a one-on-one fight, but he might be forced to retreat soon, as this looks like a very solid defense for the moment. But now there's a group of troll trappers and axe throwers streaming in. They're trying a different strategy. They're going to use some ranged units to try and gun down Gen. Unfortunately, he was got taken by an axe in the back in an act of cowardice from these damn trolls. And now it looks like there's a moment of weakness as the Horde is attempting to stream past on the left side, and the red player is forced to close his gate here, but it's quickly being chopped down. But this still looks like a very solid defense, as some of the other Alliance heroes have returned. Bran stationed on the ramps here, level 9, with Lothar has returned with his catapults, and Uther, the Silverhand paladin, guarding the walls up here. And now it's Cho'Gall's turn, the other ogre, and he was destroyed very quickly. He didn't even get a spell off. So as you can see, this is a very difficult situation, a very tough scenario that the Alliance has arrayed for the Horde to conquer. Jumping back, there's a few defenders at COTH, a squad of axemen with Mishan in the front, Lorthamar, the Elven General, and Ronan, the purple Dalaran mage, as Archimonde, now recovered, and Terran, his Death Knight comrade, leading a large squad of brown burning blade orcs and chieftains, and they're about to assail the ramps here and charge their way up into COTH, the throne room. And Archimonde has spotted the villager, or the engineer of Teal. Villagers are very fragile, but they're very valuable, as they can create buildings, shipyards, and these towers. And these towers can be very useful barricades that actually block a lot of the Horde from advancing up the ramp. In between the tower and Lothar selling his life, they've managed to stave off the assault, but actually Lothar's ultimate, Resurrection, allows him a second life, and he is still in the thick of it, and his massive hoof stomp skill just killed Terran, the brown hero. However, Archimonde, he actually cast his ultimate during the fight. He summoned the powerful portal, which brought a large group of demons straight into the middle of the Alliance, but they were successfully staved off. And now, thanks to a large number of heroes teleporting in, they've once again held Kultiras, and it's looking relatively healthy with a large group of defenders. So, back to the northern side, Cho'Gall and a group of trolls and goblin sappers have decided to do a complete backward action. It's unclear whether they just walked in or whether they actually zeppelined in from the back, but they're going to try and attempt to flank the Stromgarde defenders, who have still kept this iron hold at the front, and this is a very menacing defense. It's quite damaging to the morale of the Horde to see this many defenders just stalwartly defending on the walls. Meanwhile, this array of pings, so Dentarg, the light blue player, instead of going brute force against the Alliance, he's decided to actually land some of his troops at Hillsbrad since they defeated all of the Alliance navy, and this was a free base that they took at Hillsbrad. They've brought some peons so they can actually establish a forward base here, and now this could be bad news as Gilneas, as you can see, is wide open. There's hardly any defending forces, and it also lets them through this mountain pass into the heart of the Northern Alliance bases, with Dalaran being undefended. Jumping back to the red Stromgarde fight, it seems the ambushes have made their way in to the sort of middle levels to distract the defenders somewhat, while Archimonde has returned from Kultiras, and now they're launching a large offensive against red in earnest. And there's Ogre Lords with their powerful shockwave attacks attacking the left, and Archimonde is streaming in. He has just lined up a massive nuke. That impale can actually kill quite a few units at once, and they've arrayed some catapults here to bombard the defenders, and you can see a number of defenders have fallen back, and there's a lot of wounded on the walls which are getting taken down by the infernal contraptions in their volley fire. But while this action is underway, Cho'Gall has made his way in, and he is engaging versus Uther, in a melee supported by Lorthamar, and they've stunned him, and he is forced to retreat once again. But it seems the Horde has successfully taken this lower area, and they've forced the majority of the Alliance survivors to retreat back up into this next level here. And there's Archimonde casting his ultimate, his demonic portal, which summons a large number of demons straight into the midst of the Alliance defenders.